I'm number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets on the first in and the last out, see me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot. Hotter than some boiling water, I bubble the pot. Team full of ballers, baby, we winning a lot. I'm like Curry with the rock when I get to my spot. I'm tapping in, I'm passionate, this is what passion is. This here, nah, this is no accident. From the start to the finish, I'm cashing in. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming. Been poppin', Sports Center from a little I was watching. Spin a bag like I'm Rafa, call that top spin. How could I not win? This is top 10. From the bottom, gotta sniff out the top wins. I sit back, reflect, and do it again. Hardest milli is the first, now we got 10. Talking 10, 10, 10, 10 times 10 and again. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming. Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand. I'm back again like flu season, I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving, don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome, no wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run, all I really want is my share. Get on my God on my total.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to the Hideout here in Bolton. I'm joined by promoter Steve Wood, one of the busiest promoters in British boxing. Another fight night going towards the end of the year. Steve, I guess there's only one place to kick this off, and that is we've got 5 fights tonight. We're meant to have a lot more than that. Talk us through the last week or so.
Well, yeah, the last week, three weeks ago, we had 10 fights, and it was looking like a real good card with 2 title fights. At the end of the week, we come on Monday, we had 7 fights and 2 title fights, and thinking we've still got a good show. And then over the last couple of days, and you know, I think it's important for the viewers watching in now to realise how difficult it is. We get to a stage there where we lose 1 fight, the title fight, because a lad had an incident when he was 8-year-old and hadn't reported to the Boxing Board of Control, so his licence was suspended, waiting to do that. But he's already had 15 fights, so it's unbelievable, really. So we lost that title fight, and then only on Thursday we lost Joe McGuinness, who I don't know how it's happened, but his optician has said that he's had asthma, and now we've got to find some details on his asthma. So we've been to the GP, we've got it confirmed that he's had an inhaler for when he's had a chest infection, but he's never had asthma. But it was too late to get his licence passed. So things like that happen, and they probably happened on the other 3 things. So everyone's watching, and they don't realise how hard it is. And it would have been easy for us to pull this, but obviously we're going live on our own channel on Boxing News. We wanted to do it. We've got a big title fight with Brad Ray, and Brad Ray's ready to make a statement and get back onto the proper big TV shows, and a debutant and a couple of other lads who's trained. So yeah, we decided to go with it.
Well, we'll get on to Brad Ray in just a moment. And I know it's hard to find a positive when fights are dropping out, but I'll find a positive for us, and that is that boxing, British boxing, call it small hall boxing, somewhere in between the small hall stuff and the TV stuff, is booming, isn't it? I know, speaking to Robert Smith, the Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control, I think he said there was something like, we've never had as many like non-TV fights in one calendar year as we have this year, and because of that, there's not as many away corner fighters to fill those gaps, because a lot of these debut fighters and those up-and-coming fighters, they need to be fighting those away corner fighters, those experienced journeymen who give them good rounds and give them good debuts and so on. That's one of the problems, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't take that as a positive.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's very, very difficult getting opponents. It's probably the hardest part of being a promoter, apart from dealing with the Boxing Board of Control and getting things cleared through the medicals. But you know, we've been doing this for close on 30 years now, and I would have said we always deliver. We probably pull 4 fights. If you're looking at, we're doing 20 shows a year, that's 600, so it's not a bad average. And you know, you battle on, and a lot of people are doing shows, but they're no different to me. They're losing money and getting stressed. So like, it is an illness doing boxing, but we do it because obviously we love the sport. And for me, I want to make champions, and hopefully tonight Brad Ray's going to be a champion, and then from there he's going to go on and earn some serious money on the TV show. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we certainly hope so, and I will come on to Brad in a moment, I promise. And you spoke about keeping this show on because obviously Brad's in a title fight and he's an exciting fighter and people want to see him, and there's loads of that good stuff. But it would have been not easy to pull the plug, but it's a good thing to keep these shows going, isn't it? Because you want to keep your fighters active, you want to keep boxing flowing in the north of England and everywhere that you are, and you just want to do it for the right reasons in general, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do, and we keep the fighters happy, but some of them don't appreciate it, and we've had kids who we've done wonders for, and they move on. People whisper down their ears, but I've learned over the years now to just accept that and let them move on. And my great saying is now that every fight is an headache, and if one goes, it's last Anderton that I have to buy for them, so that's the way it is. But no, we do it for the right reason. If the wife and the bank manager knew what we was losing, the show wouldn't have gone ahead. But it's something that's a passion with me. It's something that I'm committed to, and we're delivering. And even though it's only 5 fights tonight, I think the people who's going to get value for money, and it might even be value money from just that one title fight, because Adam Hepple's not going to come and lie down.
So, one last question then. Brad Ray, we had him on the VIP boxing podcast, the Bell to Bell podcast this week. He has fought a middleweight not that long ago. He's now fighting at light heavyweight against Adam Hepple tonight here, headlining. Out of his last 4 fights, 3 of those fights have stopped being over in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He's exciting, he's must watch, isn't he? And he can punch with both hands.
Yeah, and I think, he was killing himself at middleweight, and it's a mistake a lot of people fall into the trap of thinking that they're going to drain themselves down and refuel and be big and strong the next day, and not everybody is, and a lot of people are weaker because of it. And he went up to super middle, he ended up fighting a cruiserweight, so he put some weight on, he stopped the cruiserweight, he felt comfortable with that, and I think tonight he's got a live test, and we'll see if he is a light heavyweight. I strongly believe he is. He believes he is, and I think tonight we'll show the watching public.
Well, there's certainly plenty to look forward to. We've got 5 solid fights this evening, and the first one will be coming up in just a moment. So a warm welcome to everyone joining via VIP and via Boxing News. Stay where you are, because the action will begin in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the Hideout here at Farnworth, Bolton. Welcome to those of you present here in the arena, and welcome to those joining us live on the Boxing News and VIP Boxing YouTube channels. We have a great night of championship boxing lined up for you this evening, and it's all brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood on behalf of VIP Promotions. Sampson by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your stewards in charge this evening are Sally C and Ian Metcalf. Your referees are A-star referees Mark Lyson from Liverpool, Steve Gray from Fleetwood, and Ron Kearney from Sunderland. And your timekeepers, Amjad Ditter from Dewsbury and Chris O'Connor from Wigan. We get your action underway this evening with a 4-ounce contest in the welterweight division. So let's please welcome your first boxer, making his way to the blue corner from Sheffield, Karl Sampson.
Well, here comes Karl Sampson, an experienced away corner fighter. His dad has his own amateur boxing club, and Karl Sampson was actually a very good amateur himself, and lots of good things said about him. And he's gone down the away corner route and given a lot of debut fighters and fighters up and coming some good experience, some good rounds. So I'm sure he'll be doing exactly that for his opponent, who will be announced in just a moment.
And let's hear this for his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Wigan, Billy Hervey.
And here comes Billy Hervey, eventually appeared through those curtains, about to make his way up the ramp here in Bolton for his third professional fight. Both of his previous fights have been wins, both of them on points. Boxes out of the Blundell's gym in Wigan. He's got a bit of everything, this kid. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's definitely starting to put his punches together nicely, and we'll see plenty of that in just a short while.
Yeah, Billy fought for the Lee Amateur Boxing Club and the Caban Amateur Boxing Club in Wigan as a junior, 3-time Northwest champion.
Very good indeed. Well, we look forward to this professional bout between these two, the third one for Billy Hervey. The referee Steve Gray will just get the two fighters together, and before you know it, that first bell will ring and our first bout of the evening will be underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first contest of the evening for 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is A-star referee Steve Gray and your timekeeper Chris O'Connor. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, who is the black and silver shorts. Official weight 10 stone, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. He's a veteran of 48 professional contests. From Sheffield, Karl Sampson. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, who has the white and blue shorts. Official weight 10 stone, 4 ounces. He brings a perfect, undefeated professional record. 2 victories from 2 contests. From Wigan, Billy Hervey. 4 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, here we go. That is the bell to symbolise the start of this opening round, this first fight of the evening, live on VIP and via Boxing News as well. A warm welcome to all of you. You're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and my right-hand man this evening is Mr. Lee Whitehead. We have got the pleasure of calling the shots here in Bolton. Lots of really good talent, and in front of you, or in front of us on your TV screens. In the blue and white is Billy Hervey, and in the black and grey is Karl Sampson. Both fighters just sussing each other out. Hervey just trying to get that jab going, and Sampson will be doing everything he can, Lee, to try and make it a difficult night's work for him, because that's what his job is.
Yeah, Sampson, you know, he took a few O's along the way. He took Lerone Harrison's O, Lewis Wood, Connor Short and Lee Gormley. Depends which Karl Sampson turns up, though.
Hervey just trying to take control of that centre of the ring as he just keeps an eye on Sampson. Doesn't for a moment not look at him, because he knows what the consequences could be. And there is an example of what I just said. Right hand just bounced off the head of Billy Hervey as he just gets straight back on that jab, and the corner shouting for that jab to just keep popping out.
Yeah, Lee Blundell, very vocal. His gym typically very aggressive. He likes to see him on the front foot. Sampson just moving around, making it difficult. A good boxer, as you said earlier. Good amateur. He decides the journeyman route. Switching.
He's certainly giving Hervey plenty to think about in the first couple of minutes of this opening round. Switching, changing angles non-stop. And another thing which I've noticed already is just he's making it very difficult for Hervey to gauge the distance, because he's in and out of range, isn't he?
Yeah, he's rolling, he's slipping, he's ducking. He's been the consummate journeyman, making it difficult. You know, at the end of the day, it's the prospect's job to put it on the journeyman.
That is what these fights are about. It's all a part of the apprenticeship. It's all a part of the journey. And these are the fights which, no matter how far Billy Hervey goes, that he will have learnt from, that he will remember.
Yeah, it's Sampson's 49th professional outing tonight. He made his debut back in February 2022. And he's kept himself really busy.
Good for him as we just go into the final 10 seconds of this opening round. Hervey found himself in the ropes just a moment ago, but has done well to get out, get that space back to the centre of the ring and popping that jab out. The sort of opening round that you'd expect for somebody's third professional fight, Lee.
Yeah, and Sampson, you know, he didn't make it easy for him. He kept busy, kept moving, hit him with some shots and let Hervey know that he was there.
He did, and I wonder if we'll see him just up in that tempo ever so slightly, bit by bit. You said about the type of Karl Sampson which turns up. It'd be interesting to see the type of Billy Hervey which turns up. And so far, there's an energetic one, a focused one, and somebody who's looking to cruise to 3-0.
Yeah, I don't know about the cruise. Sampson's not making it that easy. You know, he's putting it in there. He's making it
10 seconds, corners.
This is true.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Well, as Lee said, he's making it difficult, and the intentions and ambitions of Hervey of cruising to another victory will not be easy when you're in with an experienced away corner fighter like Sampson, as Billy Hervey just comes out on the front foot and just trying to get those straight shots away. But as soon as he does, Sampson's in there tying him up and doing what he does best.
For you young boxers watching at home, watch you know, the footwork on Sampson, his ring craft, his movement, head movement. He's got a good defence, which all journeymen do need. Look, he's moving around, not making it easy. You know, the best defence going is the foot defence.
Sampson making Hervey work, not just physically but mentally. Lots of twitching, changing the angles. Just saw him just kind of do a bit of a mini lunge in there and through the left hook. Constantly got to have his wits about him, that's for sure. As both of them just hover around that centre of the ring again. And Sampson is bringing the fight to Hervey, isn't he? He's certainly not sitting on the back foot, which we see so often with so many of the away corner fighters, the journeymen, who play such a huge part in the sport. He's come here, he's earning his money, and he's making sure that Hervey's going to walk out after these 4 rounds, if it goes 4 rounds, and he'll know he's had a fight.
Certainly. As I said earlier, he's shocked a few kids in this boxing game. You can tell by his prowess in the ring there, and how he's moving around. He knows what to do. He certainly earns his money, and he lets the prospect know they've been in with someone.
Some reddening around the ribs of Hervey, especially on the right-hand side, as he just chases Sampson around, who's just switching and changing the angles. Lovely there. Absolutely not having it his own way in any way, shape or form.
He switches effortlessly from orthodox to southpaw.
Hervey just staring at his man, trying to suss him out. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Also, not the easiest man to hit.
Good skills there by Mr. Sampson.
Well, a very active round for Karl Sampson, and I'll be inclined to give him that round, to be truthful. So what the corner will be thinking in the red corner is another thing, but if you're in that corner, Lee, what are you telling your fighter he needs to do a bit more of?
Closing down, find the range. I agree with Darren. I also give that round to Sampson. Just nicked it out, out of my mouth first. Lee Blundell must, is from an aggressive gym, an aggressive coach. He's got to be getting on top of him now. Sampson is showing us how good boxing skills, good footwork, and how not to be hit. The object of boxing is to hit and not be hit. Sampson's showing us how to do it.
I guess another thing, when you've got a fighter who is just making you chase them around, constantly changing the angles, doing everything
10
right.
10 seconds, corners.
It's easy to walk into a shot, isn't it? It's easy to get carried
Seconds
away.
out.
And forget about your
Round
boxing.
3.
Yeah, if you can't work him out, certainly.
Well, here we go, round 3. This one scheduled for 4. If you're just joining us, a warm welcome wherever you're watching. If that's boxing news or VIP, you're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and Lee Whitehead. This is the first bout of the evening, so don't worry, you haven't missed too much. We were meant to have a packed card here, but as we said in the start of the show, it's just boxing. Things do fall through, things do happen, but Karl Sampson, an experienced away corner fighter, giving Billy Hervey a bit of a hard night's work here, and he's having to work really hard with that jab and those straight shots, and make sure that he's ticking the boxes for referee Steve Gray to give him the nod. But as we went to the end of the second round, between Lee and I, we had it at 1 round apiece, I believe.
Yeah, and this third round quite even, Darren. You guys watching at home, Billy's pushing forward this time. I think the instruction from Blundell is you must move forward if you're going to win this fight. Obviously he's trying to move forward a little bit. Sampson's still elusive.
Hervey needs to prove that he's the aggressor. He needs to show that he's the man coming forward, looking to take the fight to Sampson. He needs to be trying to tick every single box. Ring generalship, landing those clean, effective, eye-catching shots. And Sampson is a tough man to do that with.
Hervey can't work him out. It's just too good in the movement. Pushing back there, just stepping out the way. Lovely boxing skills, lovely defensive boxing skills by Karl Sampson.
Sampson looking very much like he's enjoying this bout now. So he's just moving around, being as slippery as he possibly can be. And I think he knows that Hervey's starting to run out of ideas. He throws a good straight 1-2, a real foundation combination, but Sampson's just not there to get hit. So he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. I think he's been a more active fighter this round, Billy Hervey. But it doesn't matter what I say, it's down to referee Steve Gray.
How are we scoring this one, Darren?
At the moment, it's a real tough round to score. Do you know what? I'd probably give it to Hervey, just for that come forwards, aggressive nature which he's showing. He's throwing more punches, and I know not a lot of them are getting through cleanly, but Sampson's not thrown a lot and hasn't caught him a lot so far anyway. But there's the clapper for the last 10 seconds.
I think you've nailed it there, Darren. Exactly, pinpoint. Exactly. Sampson didn't throw much. Hervey did exactly what you said. Give that round to Hervey, eh?
Yeah, he was definitely the busier fighter there, and you can see. Well, hopefully you can see that in the corner of Hervey. Just a moment ago, it's an animated corner. They're telling him to do plenty more. And from the corner's body language and the movement, it looks like they're trying to tell him to kind of step off that line and maybe try and find some new angles, Lee.
Yeah, he's not quite working him out, is he? He's chasing him, chasing shadows, really. I think Lee Blundell's saying cut him down, cut off the ring and get into him. You know, he was far more aggressive in that third
10
round.
seconds, corners. Seconds out for the fourth and final round.
Well, here we go, round 4 of 4. Exactly what you said, Lee. I think he needs to try and cut Karl Sampson off, which he's trying to do. You can see him trying to do it because he steps across to the right of his right foot, but then the second he kind of cuts him off and breaks down that space and doesn't give Sampson much room to go anywhere. He does go somewhere, and then he's back chasing him again.
Sampson's come out a bit more aggressive this round. He's thrown more probably in the first 10 seconds than the last round.
The referee hasn't had to do too much this fight. It's been a pretty clean fight, a fluent fight. Let's hope it remains that way for this fourth and final round. That was a solid right hand which Hervey just launched into Sampson with. Very compact, composed fighter is Billy Hervey. I'll give him that for sure. Nice tight guard, elbows in, chin down, throws those straight shots really well. Hasn't got his chin up in the air. There is plenty to like about him, and he would have learnt so much from this fight.
Well spotted there, Darren. Yeah, good technique, perfect, good defence guard, and all the shots coming from the right angles from that stance.
But a right hand just got through there from Hervey, just above our commentary position. And he's probably boxing better in this round than he has in all of the 3 previous rounds. He's kind of found that balance of aggression and boxing. And maybe it's just because Sampson has slowed down ever so slightly. I mean, he's still on his feet. He's still on his toes. He's still moving around. But it does seem that Hervey is starting to have a little bit more success is probably the word. But 40 seconds to go in this third professional fight of Wigan's Billy Hervey.
Sampson now probably preparing for next week. He fought last week at Bowlers, fought Emilio Headley at Bowlers last week. He's then in Nottingham next week, so he's having a busy Christmas period. Trying not to get hurt now, trying not to get marked up.
Hervey looking to finish the round strong. He's been the man on the front foot all of this round and all of the previous round as well. He was matched with that aggression in the first couple of rounds, and
I think he will get the nod, will Billy Hervey, and he will go to 3-0. But there were moments within that fight where he looked a little bit closer than it did in that last round.
Yeah, certainly. I think it depends on which Karl Sampson turns up. In round 2, the aggressive Karl Sampson turned up. And in round 3 and 4, he turned down the pace a little bit.
Well, we've got some action replay for you. You see there, you can see Billy Hervey just trying to get that timing right and just trying to time Karl Sampson making his way in. But Sampson did get through with a few shots. But referee Steve Gray will get the fighters together and we will get the official announcement from our MC, Mr. Steve Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, your referee Steve Gray scores the contest 40 points to 37 for your winner, Billy Hervey.
Well done to Billy Hervey.
And your appreciation, please, for Karl
Good
Sampson.
performance. We'll catch up with him in just a moment and see what he thought all about it.
Well, now joined by Billy Hervey, a good performance, a experienced away corner fighter. I said to Lee Whitehead on commentary there, he was making you work in lots of different ways. How was the fight for you?
I thought I boxed well. There were a few times I was waiting because he was on the back foot a lot. I didn't want to overcommit to anything so he could counter, so I think I did enough to win the fight, but I think there was bits where I could have done more as well. Just all learning experience, isn't it?
He did a lot of everything really. He had you thinking in a big way, both mentally and physically as well. There was moments where he was on the front foot, and then there was moments when he was just constantly on the back foot. There was one of the rounds where you just felt like you were chasing him around. Was it a quite exhausting experience?
No, I wouldn't really say tired. It's just a bit disappointing when you're going for a fight and the opponent's just negative on the back foot. You have to chase him around a lot, but it's all experience. It's just another fight, isn't it? So
that's it. That's what these away corner fighters are amazing for. It's all a part of the apprenticeship. It's all a part of the journey. You're 3-0. Be moving on next year. Get you back out again. I bet you're looking forward to it already.
Yeah, definitely. Been out at ring for about 5 months already since this one. So I'm hoping next year I can be as busy as possible, get as many fights as I can.
Top man. Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 6 rounds international welterweight contest. Please welcome your first boxer making his way to the blue corner from Guadalajara, Mexico, Ramiro Garcia Lopez.
Well, I'm back at ringside, and a man walking to ringside is Ramiro Garcia Lopez, who had his first 12 fights out in Mexico, and we all know how tough Mexicans can be. And he's had a couple of good wins recently, a couple of decent stoppages. There's quite a bit of noise about him, so we'll see what that noise is about when his opponent gets into the ring and the first bell goes.
Yeah, he KO'd Hamed Gaz in the Magnus Centre in Rotherham. He's 18-1. And he also KO'd 7-0 Mohammed Subhan at the Metrodome in Barnsley. So he's won 2 out of his last 3, he said, Darren.
But it seems that he can certainly punch, and we're just waiting for his opponent to be ready.
And please welcome to the ring his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Falaraki, Greece, it's Efstathios Antonas, the Greek god.
And here comes Staffy from Greece, from Falaraki to be precise. I had a chat to him earlier on, and he was big smiles on his face, and he was telling me about business back at home in Greece and jet skis, and it sounded like paradise. I said, what are you doing in Bolton? It's all grey and rainy. But I'll tell you why he's doing here, because he loves his boxing. He isn't selling loads of tickets, Lee. He's here because he loves what he does, and these are the sort of fights when you get fighters like that which make it exciting, aren't they?
Yeah, I was a bit like that myself, Darren. 21 pro fights, and I didn't really do it for the money, but just for the sake of fighting, so I understand it completely. He's in his 13th professional outing tonight, the Greek god. With Dave Fitzgerald in his corner, Scott Fitzgerald's father, and Preston. Seen him a few times, gives his all, and he dares to put a show on for the fans.
I tell you what, with that music, I could be anywhere. I could be in Falaraki myself.
Where are we better? Looking forward to this one, Darren.
Yeah, the atmosphere's just changed, which is great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is a 3-minute round international welterweight contest.
Really.
Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is A-star referee Mark Lyson and your timekeeper Chris O'Connor. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, he wears the black shorts. Official weight 10 stone, 5 pounds, 4 ounces. From 22 professional contests, he brings 8 victories. 7 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. From Guadalajara, Mexico, El Jura, Ramiro Garcia Lopez. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, who wears the blue and gold shorts, official weight 10 stone, 7 pounds, 6 ounces. He brings a professional record of 7 victories, 3 defeats, 2 draws, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. From Falaraki, Greece, it's Efstathios Antonas, the Greek god. 6 3-minute rounds.
Referee for this one, A-star Mark Lyson of Liverpool.
Top referee is Mark Lyson. We'd have seen him in some huge fights, some Wembley stadiums and all that stuff. Another man who really loves his boxing like you lot do. At home watching via Boxing News.
Seconds out, round 1.
And via VIP promotions as well. The man from Greece, Staffy, is straight to business on that jab.
Nice and sharp, nice and long. Lopez just having a little look.
Lopez just biding his time. Staffy Antonas is just trying to gauge that distance. Throws that double jab nicely, keeping himself just outside of a danger zone, which is where you need to be when you're in there with a Mexican.
like the last fight, Darren. Nice long guard, hand back to the face, elbows by the side. Very much like Billy Hervey.
I'm a big fan of the basics.
Me too.
Speaking to former world champion Barry Jones just a few weeks ago, and he said, you know what I love, Darren? He said, I love when fighters fight with their hands up. Is it too much to ask, Lee?
No, I command that of all my boxers. Most of them don't follow it though. When you lie on the floor looking at the ceiling, you should know better.
Antonas is the man who's on the front foot, that's for sure, and Ramiro Garcia Lopez from Guadalajara in Mexico, which might sound familiar. Canelo Alvarez fought in Guadalajara not that long ago. Was it last year? I think it was, and that big homecoming fight, that's where he's from. Obviously a good boxing place in that beautiful country. Antonas now just trying to take hold of that centre of the ring, and both of them just going through the motions. Nobody really committing yet, Lee.
No, Antonas lovely off that jab. He's winning the first round on jab only. You know, did Barry Jones say a good jab wins a fight? Well, a good jab can win a fight.
It certainly can.
He's mixing in a single, a double. Occasionally throwing that right hand over. Got Lopez not really throwing much, just having a little look.
Garcia Lopez just looks like he's starting to test that lead hook out, which is landed on the right glove of Efstathios Antonas, the man from Falaraki. Well, it was a bit of a sparring session, was that opening round, Lee? Not exactly bundles for us to get our teeth into. It was very much like two gym mates almost, just going through the motions. Hopefully we'll see a bit more in the second round.
Yeah, I agree, Darren, totally. Yeah, just feeling each other out, hoping for more fireworks in round two. As I said, Mr. Lopez, Senor Lopez, sorry, didn't really throw much in round one. And Antonas probably won it on the jab.
Well, we've got 6 rounds, so there's we've got 5 rounds now, but it's a 6-round fight. So we hope for a bit more action.
I'm sure John Smith can't talk Mexican. I've no doubt Lopez can't understand scout.
10 seconds, corners.
Corner here.
The Lopez has
Seconds
one of
out.
boxing's veterans.
Round
in the
2.
Just nodding along above our commentary position here in Bolton. And Efstathios Antonas straight on the front foot. Hopefully going to have a bit more of an active round here as he stands there in the middle of the ring with that big, wide, strong stance of his. And just steps off and pops that jab out.
Yeah, it's come out a little bit more meaningful this round.
Opening rounds can be deceiving sometimes. And sometimes a fight, well, it will go one way or the other. He'll either continue like that, or you get something good out of it. And hopefully we're going to get something good out of this. And so far in the first 45 seconds, it's been a bit more action.
One-two thrown there by Garcia Lopez. I'd like to see him offering a little bit more back. Referee Ryson been pretty much redundant.
I do wonder what referees think sometimes when there's fights when there isn't bundles of action, especially if it's an 8-round, a 10-round fight. It's a long time to just be walking around a ring for, isn't it?
Watching.
And of course, they don't want to be getting involved every 5 seconds, pulling fighters apart. That's the other side of the spectrum.
Well, Darren, that'd be an interesting question to ask referees.
He would. I'm going to stick that in my question bank.
Nice jab there by Antonas. Garcia slipping, ducking. It's very consenting there.
Well, Ramiro Garcia Lopez isn't doing a lot at all. He's just practically been on that back foot, just riding the punches as much as he can, defending what he can, popping the odd jab out. Antonas just falling short almost every time he throws that right hand. Lopez just takes enough of a step back for it to not land.
I just let that in. The Mexican's not really done much, so that's 2 rounds in my opinion to Antonas.
Yeah, I think, well, I do agree with you on that. Again, I mean, the start of the round started a bit better, but it just turned into another bit of a going through the motion session, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we'd like a little bit of action for the fans, VIP, but boxing news, we'd like to see a little bit more.
But I've not seen Ramiro Garcia Lopez before. Like I say, he's had a couple of good wins recently, and both of those wins
10
have come
seconds,
by
corners.
stoppage. So maybe out of nowhere he's going to land a shot of all shots.
Seconds out.
I can't see it at the moment.
Round 3.
I've not seen him before either. Maybe that's the plan. He lulls the other boxer into a false sense of security and then whips a couple in.
Antonas definitely the busier fighter. Throwing a good 1-2 and then covered up straight afterwards. Lopez not throwing a lot at all. But he must have heard me, Lee, because all of a sudden he started to throw a few shots, and knowing the sort of referee Mark Lyson is, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a word of him to say, come on, we need a bit more action from you.
Yeah, right on cue, he just threw a nice jab and a right hook. First time he thrown a right hook in a fight, bit of a shoulder there by Antonas. Not much snapping in either of the punches though, Darren.
No, it doesn't seem that the shots are too unforgiving. They're just doing enough to, well, I guess just go through the motions and get through the rounds. And the man from Greece is up by a couple of rounds quite comfortably already. Nice 1-2 there from Staffy Antonas. Right hand definitely got through.
It's quite difficult to commentate on fights when there's not what's happening, Darren.
No, that's definitely it, and sometimes you just need to let fights breathe, I guess, and many a time they'll just catch light, but I don't see this sort of bout catching light.
That's 3. That's another one in the bank on my account. It's the Greek god.
But it was one of those rounds, wasn't it, that if I'd said to you that was the first round of the second round, you would have believed me, because it was pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, all 3 rounds, there's not much change. Certainly from the blue corner, the Mexican's corner, he doesn't seem to want to up the pace at all. He's quite content to just plod on, get his money, perhaps fight again next week.
But his nickname, I'll tell you what, he's got a good nickname. Has Ramiro Garcia Lopez. He is El Duro. You know what that means?
No.
The tough one.
He had a few nicknames actually. Rame, L.R.
10 seconds, corners.
I didn't know what he meant, but he did have a few nicknames.
Well, I did see him, but I stuck with El
Seconds
Duro
out.
because I thought, I wonder what that is.
Round 4.
And then I should have picked up on it. Durability, I guess. My Spanish isn't great. I can order a beer. Efstathios, Antonas, Greek fighter, coming out in the same way he did in the 3 previous rounds, just popping that jab out. Nice tight guard. Going through the motions, changing the different angles, stepping on and off the line. And Garcia Lopez, not necessarily on the back foot, but not really coming forward still.
I think he's just gone into journeyman mode, totally. Just doing enough, Darren. The referee license doesn't call him on, ask him to do a bit more.
Well, he may well get to the point where he feels like he needs to say something. As you said at the start, he's a solid referee. Some of the biggest fights of recent times in the UK. He's been the man in the middle. And if he feels like there's something wrong, 9 times out of 10, you could bet your bottom dollar he'll get involved and say something. Some of you might recognise Staffy Antonas from a fight which he had with Maxi Hughes and gave him a tough time, actually. I don't know if you got to see that one, Lee.
No, I didn't actually. I did look it up. He got stopped off Hughes in September. 6th round.
Yeah, he gave him a pretty hard night's work all the way until the 6th. Bit of a sketchy time for Maxi Hughes it was. And then he ended up stopping Antonas and getting the victory.
I don't think it was trouble with Maxi Hughes on tonight's performance.
I agree with that one. There's a bit of venom in that right hand that he threw. Probably the first one in which he's thrown with some genuine intention. Well, the crowd reacted because at last the man from Greece got through with a left hook and a right hand, and by no means was it going to stop Garcia Lopez, but at least it was a shot which was eye-catching enough, Lee, for people to react to it. And we had to get until the end of the 4th round to get to that.
Yeah, maybe the crowd were a bit shocked. The Centurion, John Smith, looking after our Mexican friend in the blue corner. John fought in the 90s, early 2000s. He's on most weeks, the southpaw from Liverpool, England international. Went the journeyman route.
10 seconds, corners.
There's just so many great people who make this sport what it is.
Seconds out.
It's such a fantastic community, isn't it?
Round
My job
5.
in particular, getting to go to all these different shows around the country and you bump into people, you get introduced to people. And these are the people who just keep it going, keep it flowing, aren't they?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a great community. Match it out tomorrow on the Manchester Xboxers Christmas do in Cheetham Hill in Manchester. And we're accompanying Michael Brodie tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure that'll be an eventful one, but this hasn't been an eventful one. In the penultimate round now. Round 5 scheduled for 6, and Garcia Lopez must have heard what we were saying in between rounds, because he's on the front foot. At least he's on the front foot anyway. Just trying to land that lead hook under the right elbow, but not having too much luck of it at the moment.
You know the punches that are getting thrown in. People can tell, if they're thrown with venom. The punches they're thrown in. Do you think these punches will stop someone, Darren?
No, very unlikely. That was a solid right hand to the body.
Solid noise, solid connection. Like a bang heads or something.
Antonas just had Garcia Lopez in the corner there, but didn't keep him there for too long, and Lopez coming back with at least a few shots now. It's nice to see them fighting in at close range. Some body shots from the Mexican. This is a bit better. We're starting to see a little bit more of what we've come here for, what you've come here for. If you're just joining us, this is our second bout of the evening. Got 5 in total. And Brad Ray tops the bill later on. Be fighting for the light heavyweight Commonwealth silver belt. And he's someone who's never in a boring fight. We know we're going to get action with him, Lee.
Yep. Keep watching. As we look at the two fighters in the corners here, Darren, none of them look totally gassed. To be honest, Ramiro, Garcia Lopez, it's quite important to stairs.
There's no heavy panting or heavy breathing, that's for sure. One more round to go of this. We'll catch a word with the winner, and then we'll move on to our third fight, which will be Harry Martin in his professional debut.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out for the 6th and final round.
Antonas just trying to control the pace. There's a decent left hook to the body and followed it upstairs, did Garcia Lopez. And then the action stopped. Efstathios Antonas just gets tied up in the middle of the ring trying to get those jabs off.
Good double jab there by Antonas.
You can tell something which Garcia Lopez has drilled over and over and over again is catching that body shot and then returning with a hook upstairs, because well, there won't be any more after this. This is the 6th and final. Good right hand there by Antonas.
Someone shouting in Mexican, in Spanish there. I don't think it was John Smith. In the last 10, I've got it 6 rounds up. So Antonas, Darren.
I'd agree with you on that. Well, 6 rounds done and dusted, both of them just going through the motions. We ain't going to sit here and tell you that was a fantastic fight, because it really wasn't. But there was a few pockets of some decent punching and some, well, a bit closer in action, leading on each other. That's when it was at its best, but generally it wasn't a great fight.
You know, Darren, you're servants of the sport. You've got it all boxed off. You're not telling lies. That's exactly how it was. It just, you know, there was one guy going for the motions, the other guy just taking it, you know, I'd say taking it easy, really. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I agree with it. It wasn't 110% given. There was more than a few rounds off, but there we go. That's boxing. Sometimes you get bounced like that, like this, and referee Mark Lyson will get the two of them together in just a moment and announce the winner. Right, looks like they're ready, so we'll hand over to our MC, Mr. Steve Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, your referee Mark Lyson scores the contest 60 points to 54 for your winner, Efstathios Antonas. And your appreciation, please, for Ramiro, Garcia, Lopez. Efstathios, can you just come back, please?
Well, Staffy, congratulations on the win. It wasn't an all-action fight, just going through the motions, but there are things you were trying to get off in there?
Yeah, it was a tough fight, you know. I just wanted to get back on winning ways, because my last fight I was fighting Maxi Hughes. I got beat, but for me it was so close, and I would like a match with Maxi the next year, because the next year I hope they will get me a title, you know. I'm ready for that. So, good fight. Congratulations to Ramiro Lopez, good Mexican fighter. First of all, you know, I want to thank my mother, my family, my godmother, my sponsor. They came over here to support me, you know, all the way from Greece, was a long way. Also, I want to thank all of my sponsors from Faliraki Roads, Greece. Look, I have about 20 sponsors, from Greece. They buy also tickets without coming, so just to support me, and go as far as I can. And yeah, ευχαριστώ πολύ, Ρόδος. Καλυφιές Φαλιράκη, ευχαριστώ για όλα.
Is the dream to fight in Greece and sell out a little venue, an arena, a little stadium? What is it like? What's the dream? Is that to do something big in Greece?
Well, my dream, but will be for sure like in the next couple of months, maybe 1-2 years. We'll have a big stadium in Faliraki, which about 4,000 people they can fit in. And my dream, me and my coach, I have a coach, Babis from Greece. He's back in Rhodes. Our dream since a kid is just make a big fight, in Faliraki. We can fill the stadium with people, and we can defend whatever title I'm gonna win here.
Well,
that's my goal,
Well, it's boxing. It's a mad sport. Anything could happen, and I'm sure there'll be lots of people who'd like to go to Greece, especially Faliraki for some boxing, and especially in the summer as well. Congratulations. Well done.
Having me to fight, thanks Steve Lillis and thanks Steve Wood. Thanks also my coach David Gerald and Stuart Maddox.
Shot man. Back to the next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next boxer to the blue corner from Blackburn, Naeem, the show saver, Ali.
Well, welcome back. Bout number 3 of the evening. Naeem Ali is a very, very busy away corner fighter. In his first year as a pro, he had 27 bouts, and just to put that into perspective, it took Lee Wood 10 years to have that many bouts. So that's a sort of level in the amount of fights which this guy's having each and every year.
I remember Lee Wood as Southpaw from London, wasn't he?
Very good. You'll start to get Lee Whitehead's sense of humour, I promise you.
Yeah, it's a slow burner.
And please welcome, ladies and
Naeem Ali was a
gentlemen,
good amateur in his
a
day.
young man
Boxed
making
in,
his first
the
ever professional ring walk.
Blackburn and Darwin,
Hailing
obviously.
from Stratford, it's Harry, the Hatchet Martin.
And here comes Harry Martin. And he just appears through the curtains in the back of the arena here in Bolton. Professional debut, you only get one of these. And it's always a special moment and a privilege to be a part of it. Even if it's just being ringside doing the commentary like we are. Big noise for him as he walks in, and I'm sure the adrenaline is pumping through his body as the sound of Oasis fills this room.
Harry Martin, 21 years of age, boxed for the Eccles Boxing School. I've seen most of his fights. I do a matchmaking in the amateur scene as well. Harry started off as, I hope he don't mind me saying, a fat kid boxing. And this is the leanest he's ever been today. He's with his lifelong coach, Brian Gardner, with his father, Gary in the corner, coachman over there, Tom O'Neill.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is A-star referee Steve Gray and your timekeeper Amjad Ditter.
Big honour for me tonight to be
boxing out of your blue corner,
co-commentating with
the black
Darren
shorts.
Rees,
Official weight 11 stone and 6 ounces. He's one of boxing's elite centurions,
Lucky enough to
a
share
veteran
night with
of
him.
137 professional contests. From
From
Blackburn, Naeem, the show saver, Ali. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, he wears the white and black shorts. Official weight 10 stone, 4 pounds, 8 ounces. Tonight he makes his professional boxing debut from Stratford, Harry, the Hatchet Martin. 4 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out, row on.
Well, a moment he will never forget regardless of the outcome. Harry Martin as he makes his professional debut here in Bolton. Live on Boxing News and on the VIP Promotions feeds as well. As he just comes out into the centre of the ring. Gets that jab popping in those white shorts with the black line and the white boots. Naeem Ali in the black shorts and black gloves and white boots. And always such an emotion running through the bodies of the people seeing their friends and family when they're in. This is their world title, isn't it? Seeing someone that they know and they love in a professional ring when they know, but this is something which they've been working towards for such a long time.
Yeah, nice bright start by Harry Martin. Did you see the white shorts or the white suit? It's a nice bright start though.
Good jab upstairs from Martin, follows it up with a right hook down to the body, and he's clearly starting to become a bit more relaxed and enjoying himself. And putting his shots together nicely, Lee.
Yeah, nice jab right up to body, followed by a right uppercut. Lovely shot there. Naeem Ali, no, not phased in his 138th professional outing tonight. Made his debut 2017. Been a busy man. With some big kids. He's only been stopped 7 times in his 133 defeats.
Martin throwing a good selection of shots, straight shots, hooks coming underneath and driving up those uppercuts. Head and body, body and head. Good opening round here for him in his debut.
I'd like to see him get those hands up like we spoke in the 2 previous fights, Darren. Like to see the hands a little bit higher. This is the pro game, one punch changes it all.
Yeah, that right hand is nice and close to his chin. He seems to use that left hand of his to his advantage. Popping the jab and swings that short left hook in on it. Good body work there from Harry Martin. He's digging his feet into the canvas and letting those shots go to the body of Ali.
Nice shot again, nice noise there to the midriff of Ali. That left hook.
And he caught him there with a left hook and he feels like he's hurt him. For a right hook to the body did Harry Martin, but got caught with a counter left hook upstairs almost immediately.
Yeah, Ali not phased. A great opening round there by debutant Harry Martin, 21 years of age from Stretford. As he said before, his world title, never forget it.
Well, he certainly looks like he's enjoying himself and just having a look around the venue. Lots of his friends and family here up on their feet, putting their hands together. They're loving it as well. And I guess now that first round's done and dusted, that adrenaline should start to settle down.
Yeah,
and we might have a little bit of a different approach to the start of the round. Maybe a little bit more composed. Not that he was massively uncomposed.
I'd like to see the same again, Darren. I thought it was a good, you know, he
10 seconds, corners.
Round. He sensed it hurt Ali. Don't think he did hurt Ali, but he sensed it.
Seconds out.
I'd like to see a guy show.
Round 2.
You know, he's coming to show us what he's got.
That's it. Purpose is a good word to sum it up. Just needs to be careful, in my opinion. Doesn't kind of fall into those attacks too much and get caught, because Ali is an experienced man. He knows every single trick in the book. Solid jab upstairs there from Harry Martin.
And one of Ali's victories came in May this year. That was his last win, a technical a TKO in May this year.
Martin eyes on the prize.
Yeah, great concentration there. Nice 1-2 down the pipe.
And he does look like he's just starting to settle into this fight quite nicely now, does Martin, letting punches go in bunches. That was a decent right uppercut, but Ali just found himself some space and got himself out of the danger zone. Big long 1-2, using that height and that reach to his advantage.
Yeah, fully extending that jab. He's thrown a good wide-ranging repertoire of shots, Darren. He's not stuck to the basics. He's sort of hooks, uppercuts, straight shots mixed between head and body, and he's given it a good go.
He has. A lot of pros on their debuts do what they know best and what they do best, and they stick to it. But it seems that what Harry Martin does best is a bit of everything. Like you said, he throws those shots downstairs, upstairs, not just the straight shots, the hooks as well. Just trying to get his work off that jab. And there he is again, just above our commentary position. A nice right hook to the body, and Ali just sticking his tongue out, switching his stance and trying to wind him up a bit.
He's got every opportunity now to keep Ali boxing in the corner. He seemed a little bit phased himself there, because he didn't hit Ali with the tongue out.
One of the things I like about Martin is the way that he throws that right hand. He kind of lifts it up a little bit and then drives it down, just to have a little bit more impact in it. Good head movement there from Harry Martin.
Looking good on the toes as well. Well, it's definitely 2 rounds in the bank, Darren, for the debutant. Brian Gardner there on his knees. Head coach down at Eccles Boxing.
Well, do you know what I love about debuts is, well, there's loads I love about debuts, but when you've got somebody in their professional debut fighting someone who's had, how many fights has he had? 137 fights before this. And there was a couple of shots which Harry Martin got through with, and he just gave him a bit of a smile, did Ali, and a nod to say, nice one, kid.
Nice one, kid. Well done. Won't happen again.
But that's what these fights are about. It's about learning, isn't it?
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 3.
We're going to the penultimate round, round 3, scheduled for 4. If you're just joining us, a warm welcome wherever you're watching. Boxing News VIP. You're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and my right-hand man, the man with all the one-liners, Lee Whitehead. Mind you, he hasn't dropped any jokes in this fight so far.
I'm still finding my feet, Darren. Still finding my feet. You know, I think it was a great debut here by Harry Martin. He's shown it, as I said earlier. He looks very, very composed.
I'll go back to something one of my old boxing coaches told me. Well, asked me, he said, what comes off of the jab, Darren? And I thought for a second, and I said, everything. And he said, correct answer. And that's exactly what we're seeing here with Harry Martin. Is he throws that jab and pretty much can throw anything off the back of it, can't he? Whether that's a right hook downstairs, a straight right upstairs or downstairs, screw shots, uppercuts. He just works that jab nicely and then lets the right shot go straight after.
Basically, Darren, as you were talking then, he was doing it on cue. Everything was coming off that jab. And this is how you'd prepared that before.
The only, well, maybe not the only, but one of the only things you can't script is boxing. Because it gets ripped up, does the script.
A nice double backhand uppercut there by Martin on his debut. I don't think I threw an uppercut on my debut. Second round stoppage, Roy Chipperfield. Piccadilly Hotel, 1995.
There's the example of fighters don't forget their debuts, and this has been a good debut for Harry Martin as we go into the last 60 seconds of this first round. And he's certainly hit Harley with a couple of good shots, some which he's felt in his boots. By no means have I felt at any point that he's going to go over. He lands a straight left hand of his own, does Naeem Ali.
Good guard there by Ali. Taking most on arms and gloves.
Nice left hook to the body from Ali, and then finished it with a solid left hook straight upstairs. Just caught on the guard, caught on the right glove of Harry Martin.
I think this is the best fight of the night so far, Darren.
Comfortably. Another good round. That's definitely 3-0 to Harry Martin in my humble opinion, and he's just settled into the fight, hasn't he? I know you said you wanted to see a pretty much the same in the second round as you did in the first round, but do you feel, or do you agree that he just seems a little bit more composed? He's in his groove, he knows what he's doing, the adrenaline's kind of gone?
Yeah, I think
not gone, but you know what I mean.
I think he's picked it up a little bit. I think he's rose to the occasion. He's not been fazed by the occasion. And I think he's shown us something here, which a lot of debutants can show us. Don't be fazed by it. Come out, show the crowd what they've got, show the presenters, the commentators what they got, and well done, Harry Martin, as we enter the fourth and final round.
10 seconds, corners. seconds out for the fourth and final round.
Well, not only has Harry Martin enjoyed this debut, but let me tell you, looking around the room, plenty of people in here have too, whether they're friends and family of his. Because like my co-commentator Lee Whitehead said, this has been the best fight of the night so far, and just as I say that, Martin comes through with a flurry of punches once again.
And he's picked it up. He's picked it up, you know, the viewing public here want to see something going on. And Harry Martin's showing us, you know, in this fourth and final round, that he's prepared to, you know, put a bit of a show on. Just as I said, that is quieting down a little bit. Commentator's curse.
There's a decent jab from Martin, followed it up with a right hook, which just snuck round the left glove of Naeem Ali.
Nice jab to the body.
Oh, decent left hook that, Lee. Just above where we're sitting. That one had a crunch to it.
Yeah, thrown with bad intention. I think Martin's eyes swelling up there now.
And Martin growing with confidence as he lands that, and Ali just a few moments ago threw a shot, missed, and Martin just shook his head to say, nah, not tonight, mate. This is my debut.
Yeah, there's a little nick coming up on Harry Martin's left eye, which Naeem Ali spotted, hence he's throwing the right up, trying to capitalise on it. Ali having a little go now as we enter the last minute, round 4.
Lovely jab from Martin. Referee Steve Gray just stops the contest for a moment. And we are back to business. We're going to the last 30 seconds of Harry Martin's debut, and he's really going for it. Of course, he'd love a stoppage. I don't think he's going to get that with the experienced away corner fighter that he's got in front of him, who's throwing a good few shots back himself, but finds himself back on the ropes again, and then back into the centre of the ring as Martin finishes this round off strong in the same way that he has the 3 previous rounds, and that was a good debut.
Yeah, great debut there for Harry Martin. Naeem Ali played his part in it though, had a little go in the last round.
Fair play to him. I'm sure when he bumps into people and he speaks to people and they ask him, how did your professional debut go? I reckon the answer will be, it couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, I totally agree, Darren.
Well, actually, maybe if he got the stoppage. I'm an optimist, Lee, you know me.
I don't think he was going to get a stoppage, but he gave it a good go. As you know, Darren, he did throw a wide-ranging spectrum of shots. His cornerman there, Brian Gardner, must be proud. He's only 21 years of age. As an amateur, he did turn his career around.
Well, let's get the official announcement from our MC, Mr. Steve Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, your referee Steve Gray scores the contest 40 points to 36 for your winner. On his debut, Harry the Hatchet Martin.
Well, now joined by Harry Martin, done and dusted, debut out of the way. I said in commentary at the end, when you bump into people and they say, how did your debut go? The answer is probably, it couldn't have gone any better.
Wow. No, I didn't manage to pull these 160 fans off, you know. I worked hard in the gym, 15 years solid I've been with Bragg. My dad's helped me on the way as well, he was in the corner tonight. You know, I've been sparring good lads, Alex Murphy, a couple of newcomers out there and stuff like that. Well, massive support and a massive shout out to all my sponsors, my fans. I'm getting emotional now as we speak because I can see my mum crying over there. It breaks me out, you know. I feel absolutely buzzing. It's lift off from here. I'm absolutely amazed. Thank you.
Well, it's great to see, and you were composed, you look disciplined, you did everything really well. Everything came off that jab perfectly.
Yeah.
What were you really pleased with out of all of it?
I mean, all of it really. I wasn't expecting. I was very nervous. My words are
understandable.
You know what I mean? I just can't let me up 30 seconds ago, but everything's like, it's different to me because I've been boxing amateurs for ages, and it wasn't my dream not long ago. But I said to Bryce, my coach, said, "What's the crack with me going pro? I've got to sell the tickets. I've got to make the performances, sell it to the crowd, tell it to the judges who I am." And you know what? I've done it. It's lift off from here. Lift off. Amazing.
Did extremely well, and you're a fighter who people are going to look forward to watching, that's for sure. When I see your name on a fight sheet, I'm going to be looking forward to commentating on you. Well done, a brilliant professional debut. The last word goes to you, to all these people who come out and supported you, to the people who have supported your journey the whole way here. I know there's some close people. What are you going to say to them?
To my supporters, a massive thank you to everyone who came and supported me, bought tickets. And it's always been a tough up and down journey on the way. You know, I went through a bit of mental health a few months ago. You know, I was depressed. I came out with moderate depression on social media and stuff. And I'm here tonight at the Roma Shorts, CAD, Cleaner and Dryer Boxing Men's Mental Health Group. I also want to give a massive shout out to them because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't even be here today. So a massive shout out to them, massive shout out to my coach Brian, my dad, Alex Murphy inspiring, my fans, my mum, my dad, my girlfriend, everyone here. I also want to say a massive thank you for coming and see you on the next one, 100%.
Well done, superb. Next fight is coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, from Newark, Nottinghamshire, Connor, the Pitbull Meanwell.
But our penultimate fight of the evening is this one, a match between Connor Meanwell and Owen Anderton. You just missed a really good debut if you've only just joined us, between Harry Martin, who was the fighter making his debut. But the fights keep flowing, they keep going. And the next man to come to the ring is Owen Anderton.
And please welcome to the ring from Wigan, Owen, the Body Snatcher Anderton.
And here comes Owen Anderton. with that old school robe on, just shadow boxing as he makes his way to the ring, calm, cool and collected. I asked his manager Steve Wood, I said, what do I expect about this fighter? And he said, because he's tall and rangy, you expect him to be a good straight puncher. And he said he is, but you wait till you see his body shots, Darren. This kid can throw shots to the body, and he throws them in a really unforgiving, nasty manner.
Yeah, he throws them with bad intention. Seeing all Owen's professional outings, and all the fighters from Lee Blundell's gym are aggressive. A bit like Lee Blundell was.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 4 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is Mark Lyson and your timekeeper Chris O'Connor. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, he wears the black shorts, official weight 11 stone, 5 pounds 2 ounces. Tonight he takes part in his 18th professional contest. From Newark, Nottinghamshire, Connor, the Pitbull Meanwell. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, he wears the black and green shorts. Official weight 11 stone, 7 pounds 2 ounces. He brings a perfect, undefeated professional record, 4 victories from 4 contests. 1 win coming by way of knockout. From Wigan, Owen, the body snatcher, Anderton. 4 3-minute rounds.
Owen Anderton, 21 years of age, looks very young but really, really aggressive, Darren.
Seconds out, round 1.
But aggressive fighters normally make good fights. Owen Anderton in the black and green shorts with the black boots. Connor Meanwell, the Pitbull, as he's known, all in black. And Anderton straight on that front foot with that long rangy jab of his, but as I said earlier on, expect to see some good body punching.
Good uppercut there. For you guys watching at home, the textbook jab, full extension, snap on target. Lovely double jab too.
A nice lead hook to the body from Anderton. Just snuck under the right elbow of Meanwell.
Anderton looks by far the bigger man. There's only 2 pound in it at the weigh-in. Anderton 11 stone 7, 2 ounces. Meanwell 11 stone 5, 2 ounces.
Well, Anderton clearly the taller fighter by a bit. And there goes those body shots. Jab upstairs and followed it up with a couple downstairs to the body. You could hear the connection. And you're right, Lee, there is an aggressive nature about Wigan's Owen Anderton. He bites down on that gum shield and he means every shot which he throws.
Nice and sharp. Jab head, jab body, lovely shot there.
That was textbook, the way that he threw that jab upstairs and stabbed it into the body. Both shots got through. Lovely boxing.
Yeah, the second shot was the power shot. Step in again. Lovely long range jab. Shot with power. Nice and fast. Power's times acceleration.
That was a nice right hand upstairs from Anderton. And a good counter from Meanwell, that left hook. One of the things that Anderton, and he does plenty well, trust me, but one of the things he does well is he will set up the body shot with a headshot before, or he will set up the headshot with a body shot before. So he's good at stabbing to that body, Lee, isn't he? And then he'll come upstairs, or the opposite way around, and he's perfected it.
Yeah, good array of shots. A lovely opening round there, went very quickly.
He's one of these kids, and I watched a couple of interviews of him and seen him a little bit about of the boxing circuit. Big smile when he's been interviewed. Nicest lad in the world outside the ring. Gets in between the ropes, and the switch flicks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's...
and you've got to have that.
Yeah, I'd agree. Did you remember Tommy McDonough?
I don't. Tell me all about him.
Tommy McDonough, Storm Boy, a light middleweight from the Colliers and Moston back in the day. When he got in there, he's one of the funniest men you'll ever meet. If you met him, he's funny. But when you saw him on Sky, he looked miserable, unhappy. But I think if he'd gone for the joking side of it, I think he'd have smashed it. I'm not sure of his record now. He lost a couple, but
10 seconds, corners.
For the British title, etc. He's a coach now at Colliers from Moston.
Seconds out.
One of the
round 2.
many great characters which this sport has. And if you've been involved in it, followed it, fan of it, whatever it is for a long time, you just can't explain boxing. But here we go, round 2 of 4. Owen Anderton versus Conor Meanwell. And Anderton on that jab just dug his right foot into the canvas there and let a right hand go, which just landed on the ear of Meanwell. And a nice short left uppercut there, Lee.
Good work here by Mr. Anderton of Wigan. He likes to let that 1-2 go, and he does so with bad intentions.
Bit of a slower pace round this one. Minute gone on it already. And not a huge amount of action. Fight number 18 for the Pitbull, Meanwell. 2 victories out of those 18 fights. And fight number 5 for the 21-year-old from Wigan, who's got a promising future ahead, and he just sunk a straight right hand into the body there, just above our commentary position, and I could just hear the air come out of the lungs of the Pitbull, Meanwell.
Another body shot thrown in there. Meanwell brought his leg up. It's Meanwell's 13th fight of 2024. He's been a busy man.
Got caught with a left hook on the temple, did Meanwell, and then gave Owen Anderton a nod to say, yep, you got me with that one, kid.
Nice guard by Meanwell. Hands nice and high. Said earlier, Darren, elbows in, hands up.
Lovely uppercut there by Anderton. They come out of nowhere, do those shots from Owen Anderton. You think from the position he's at, the height that he's at, the way that his guard is, that it's going to be a straight shot. And it's exactly what the promoter Steve Wood told me about him. You expect him to be a great, really good with them straight shots, and he is, but those body shots come out of nowhere. And not only that, he's accurate with them. And that, just as I say it, that left hook under the right elbow, and they're the sort of shots which can put people onto one knee, aren't they?
Certainly, right hook to head, left hook to body. Whipped in lovely, the biomechanics, fantastic.
But that was another solid round there for Owen Anderton, and Conor Meanwell by no means has just stood there and let him hit him. He's made him work, hasn't he? But if I'm in the corner of Anderton, I'm struggling to think of things to tell him to do, because I think his pace is good, I think his shot selection's good, I think he's throwing his shots with good intentions. You're the ex-fighter, can you find anything?
Once again, Darren, you've got it bang on. I think Blundell will just be telling him to carry on doing what he's doing. You know, he's doing a good job. He's mixing the shots up, he's leading with that front hand uppercut. I think Meanwell's got a bit of a welt over his right eye. Probably from the left hook or the jab. He's got a textbook jab, throws the jab, keeps his hands tight to the side of his face. Like you say,
10 seconds, corners.
Just tapping him on the shoulder. I think he's just saying carry on, Owen, do as you do it.
Seconds out. Round 3.
It's a round 3.
Anderton's obviously a good listener, because if there isn't bundles to tell him that
and the nose. Meanwell's going to be stopped 3 times in his 15 defeats.
that was lovely work there by Anderton. Right hook down to the body, and very, very quickly the left hook come upstairs. And then doesn't really give Meanwell an opportunity to breathe or to think or to get out of the way. Stabs him to the body and then just continuously works with that jab upstairs. And there's more work, this time with the uppercuts.
He just scored while you was talking there, Darren, with the jab to head, jab to body. I think it scored very well. I think it hurt Meanwell.
Really lovely jab upstairs, the shot we keep talking about. Straight right hand down to the body. He has landed that a lot, and that was a vicious jab right hook.
Lee Blundell shouting, be aggressive. Anderton following the plan. He is aggressive. Face of a choir boy. Again, great shot to body again. Spittle comes out of Meanwell's mouth. Jab to body again. He's really hurting him with them shots to the body. The body snatcher.
A good left hook there, but Meanwell just shrugs his shoulders, but he got caught with a right hand in the process of doing so, and Anderton knows that. I tell you what, if he had another 30 seconds there, he might have been able to do something.
Great bit of action right at the end of the round. Meanwell, I think he's got a scar on the side of his head anyway. The Pitbull, the Newark in Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, he certainly earned his money this evening, that's for sure. He's been hit with some decent shots, both head and body. Those straight right hands which Owen Anderton throws, especially when he goes down low to the solar plex and down to the torso. They look
10
like
seconds,
they really
corners.
Certainly can feel those, Darren. This has been the most aggressive
Seconds
fight
out
so far. He's taken over from
for the 4th and final round.
21-year-old here tonight, Owen Anderton, showing us what he's after in this boxing game. I do like people to come and show us what they're offering and what they've got. It's pointless tip-tapping about. Let the crowd and the viewing public see what their intentions are.
Agree with that, because I said to Harry Martin in his debut interview afterwards that when I see his name on a fight sheet again, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing him. And if I see Owen Anderton on a fight sheet, then again, that's another name which I'm going to be looking forward to seeing, because he does a lot well. He's entertaining, and this is the entertainment business. But he did just get caught with a right hand from the Pitbull, Conor Meanwell. But straight back to his boxing, straight back on that jab. The shot which has worked so nicely for him the whole fight. And there He goes again as he just leans to the left and drives that left hook under the right elbow of Meanwell.
Yeah, Owen Anderton, a credit to Lee Blundell. Lee Blundell, though, credit to his fighters. Every one of his fighters are really, really aggressive. No one in his gym just comes to box and tap the way through. They come to show the crowd what they've got and what they mean.
But if you've just switched the boxing on, whether you're watching on VIP or Boxing News, welcome along. You join us in the fourth and final round of this one. Owen Anderton of Wigan against Conor Meanwell. And Anderton has done plenty well indeed. He's a great body puncher and he's got a bit of everything. He's aggressive, he throws within, well, he means what he throws. There's no mucking around with him. And he's been thoroughly entertaining and enjoyable to both watch and commentate on. There's one more fight left this evening after this one, and that is the headline of Brad Ray versus Adam Hepple for the light heavyweight silver Commonwealth title. We go into the last minute of this fourth and final round.
Lovely lead uppercut there by Anderton. He's not leaving much in the tank. Out tonight's journeyman, Meanwell, has been the most worked. The one who's earned his money the most. Great shots by Anderton again.
There was a lead uppercut which Anderton just threw about 10 seconds ago, and it just lifted the heels off the ground of Conor Meanwell.
Conor Meanwell's played his part in this though, Darren, too.
He certainly has, and I'll tell you what, when he wakes up in the morning, he's going to know that he's been in a fight, but he just threw a couple of 3 or 4 big shots as he just chases Owen Anderton around the ring. And the two of them embrace, smile at each other, and appreciate each other. Lovely to see, as always, Lee.
Yeah, a great aggressive fighting there, boxing, by Owen Anderton. Blundell leg in the pat on the back, must be proud of his boy. And as we said again, hats off to Conor Meanwell, him with a good kid, the body snatcher. When he had the last 10 seconds, had a little goal of his own.
Well, we know where this one is going, and in just a second, referee Mark Lyson will get the pair of them to the middle of the ring, and we will get the official announcement. We are very, very confident that Owen Anderton will be moving to 5-0. So let's get it official from our MC, Mr. Steve Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, your referee Mark Lyson scores the contest 40 points to 36 for your winner, Owen Anderton. And your appreciation, please, for Conor Meanwell.
Owen, what a performance. It seemed that every punch he threw was meaningful. Yeah. There wasn't a single moment of any of those rounds where you took your foot off the gas. Agree with that?
Yeah, well, he's a very tough man. He's strong, comes forward, so I knew I had to keep enough on to keep him off, otherwise he'd have just been forward all night long, really.
I was really impressed with your shot selection. I was really impressed with the way that you set the body shots up. with the jab upstairs and then vice versa. What were you happy with tonight?
I was happy with the first 2 rounds. I think the last 2 rounds I got dragged into not a bit of a fight, but a bit off my game, but just learning lessons. 5-0 now. It's all just learning for the future.
What do you think you did learn about that? Because all of these fights have a purpose, don't they? They're all a part of the journey in the apprenticeship.
Yeah, well, just how tough they are, and you can't knock everyone out. So you just got to set it up, take your time. I think if it was a 6 or 8 round, I'd have worked a bit more, but it's just learning.
Did you feel like you could get him out of there at any moment?
I fought towards the 3rd round, but 4th round I didn't box the best really, but credit to him, it was a good fight.
Solid fight, good performance, well done. Go and enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time for our main event of the evening. 10 3-minute rounds for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Light Heavyweight title. Please welcome your first challenger, making his way to the blue corner from Seaham, County Durham, Adam Hepple.
Well, here comes Adam Hepple of Sunderland. He won the super middleweight Northern Area title in the summer of last year. Was just desperate to get back into a professional boxing ring and get back to business. So when the opportunity of this fight came up, he jumped at it. He's keen, he's confident, and he is well up for it as he looks as focused as ever and just circles around this boxing ring in Bolton.
Please hear it for his opponent from Stretford, Brad Stingray.
And here he comes, the fan favourite is Brad Ray. Up at light heavyweight these days. We spoke to him on the VIP boxing podcast this week and quite happy to be up at this weight, not having to boil himself down or feel in a certain way, and he feels like it only has given him a certain advantage in the past, and he'd much rather just be fighting at a weight that he's naturally walking around at.
6'3". Big lad, he's carrying, he's 26 now, he's matured. Started doing that boiling down, Darren. I think a few fighters have overcooked it sometimes, like your Karl walking around at the fighting weight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is your main event of the evening. 10 3-minute rounds for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Light Heavyweight title. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your supervisors ringside, Sally C and Ian Metcalf. Your British Boxing Board inspectors allocated this contest, Barry Coulson and Mark Rich. Your three scoring judges should the contest go the distance, Mark Lyson from Liverpool, Steve Gray from Fleetwood, and Victor Loughlin from Barhead, Scotland. Your referee in charge of the action, Ron Kearney from Sunderland, and your timekeeper, Amjad Ditter from Dewsbury. Those are your officials. Time to meet your boxers. Introducing to you first, boxing out of your blue corner. He wears the red and white shorts. Official weight 12 stone, 6 pounds, 4 ounces. He brings a professional record, 4 victories, 1 defeat. 1 win coming by way of knockout. He's the current Northern Area Super Middleweight Champion from Seaham, County Durham, Adam Hepple. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, he wears the black and silver shorts. Official weight 12 stone, 7 pounds. He brings a professional record, 19 victories, 1 defeat. 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a former English middleweight title challenger from Stretford, Brad Stingray. 10 3-minute rounds.
But there's some good noise in here for the right reasons. People anticipating this to be a good fight indeed. Adam Hepple is up for it. Brad Ray is up for it. 10 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. On the line is the silver Commonwealth title. And in just a moment, the action will begin.
Seconds out, round 1.
Brad Ray all in black and Adam Hepple with the white and burgundy shorts with the white boots as both of them come to the centre of the ring. Brad nice and strong with that stance and just throws a decent 1-2 lead hook. And he puts his shots together nicely, Lee.
Yeah, Brad Ray starting off lovely 1-2 down the pipe there, just having a little look. Obviously got more experience. Hepple sold a few tickets here tonight. Hepple's just having a little look. Throws his jab off his own.
Both fighters in good condition. That was a strong right hand there from Ray. And a solid jab which followed. Good body punch in from Bradley Ray, who, when he puts his shots together, they really go with a thump, and from just a couple of feet away you can hear every shot land.
Switches to southpaw now. The 26-year-old from Stretford.
Nice composed work here from Ryan. Hepple just trying to work him out, but got caught with a couple of shots there and just finding his feet again. And that was a nice left hook up to the elbow from Brad Ray. These ones are sick. And there was a slight delay there. It was a textbook lead hook. Landed just about perfectly.
10.
And I think the referee is going to give him the opportunity to carry on, but he's most certainly still hurt, and Ray knows it as he throws a decent right hook and follows it up with a lead uppercut. But Hepple fighting back.
Minutes to go, Darren. Great shot, sunk in. He's looking for it again. Oh, right up there again. To the body. That left hook was textbook.
Great shots upstairs there from Brad Ray as he dips down on his lead leg and just throws that lead hook to the body once more. He knows he can hurt him to the body. And there he goes again. Taps upstairs, big heavy shots downstairs. But by the looks of it, Adam Hepple is still just about in his fight, but he's wincing now as these shots get through from Brad Ray. Nasty, malicious uppercut straight up in the middle of the guard.
You still got to be careful. Hepple caught him on the return then.
Well, that was a solid round for Brad Ray. One droppage from a lovely lead hook straight under that right elbow. He couldn't have landed it more perfectly, could he, Lee?
We've got the best view in the house.
Here it is, I think.
Under the elbow. Landed right under the elbow. You know, when you get caught with that good body shot, there's nothing you can do. The legs just go. To be honest, I think Hepple survived the count. It looked to me like I thought he counted to 10, as we noticed.
It was certainly very close. But Brad Ray punches hard with both hands. I said it earlier on when we were previewing the show, but whether it's his shots thrown with his left hand or his right hand, they're all heavy.
Seconds
See
out.
how round 2 goes here, Darren.
Round 2.
Ray surely will come out confident. He knows he can hurt him.
It's how Hepple responds to that. He also knows he's been hurt himself. Ray just have a little feint.
Ray just having a look, seeing what's open, seeing what opportunities they are. And when he decides to pull the trigger, he will.
Ray lad instruction. He's not rushing into it off his corner man, Andy Abro.
Hepple looking hesitant on the entry, which is understandable, but he did get through just ever so slightly with that right hand. And the right hook of Ray's just snuck behind the left glove of Adam Hepple. And a solid body shot downstairs. And there's that lead hook to the body again. He knew exactly what he was doing with that shot. It's worked before. No reason why it can't work again. Hepple complaining of a shot low. It did look a bit low, but wasn't intentional, I don't believe.
I'd like to see Brad get back on that jab. He's got a lovely jab. I've watched most of his amateur career from being a young boy. Watched him go through the age groups.
Well, Hepple has barely thrown a punch this round, and it's definitely been a much slower round for Brad Ray. Oh, and Ray got caught there because Hepple just lunged in and caught him with a straight right hand or left hand. I couldn't quite work out which one it was, but he's got his feet back as Adam Hepple.
Certainly.
He didn't throw a lot in that round, but he's still live and he's still there.
Yeah, you know, the round was a bit strange. Bradley Ray didn't seem to do much. Hepple found his confidence back, got his confidence back. You know, he weathered the storm after round 1, built the confidence back up and came back into that round. How do you find the score that last round, Darren?
I would have scored that to Ray because even though it wasn't a very busy round, for me, Ray was doing more of the work, and the work was better work. So in my opinion, that was a Ray round. But just a little fact for those watching via Boxing News or VIP,
10
Ray has won his
seconds,
last
corners.
4 fights. 3 of those haven't gone past the second round. So
Seconds out.
that one's out the window.
Round 3.
Let's see what happens here in the third and final round of our final fight here in Bolton.
I called it round 3.
Nice jabs there from Hepple.
A nice tight guard by Hepple.
Couple of those just about getting through. Ray just needs to be cautious of what could follow. Ray enjoying himself as he boxes out that southpaw stance now, slipping and stepping on and off that line. You just get the sense that Brad Ray is just waiting for him to come in and just land one of those big horrible shots that which he throws. And there goes another left hook to the body, and I can see the facial expressions of Adam Hepple, and that one hurt him just like the last one did. And the look on his face tells me he's not going to make it this time round. And the referee has probably made the right choice there, considering that Hepple has gone down to his knees and is in agony in that neutral corner.
Yeah, definitely, Darren. He got up there showing bravery, but the ref read it, and then Hepple went back down onto his knees. Probably showed too brave for his boots there. Got up and tried to fight on. Lovely clinical body shot there by Brad Ray to finish it off.
Great body punching, really great body punching. Tough as old boots is Adam Hepple. He did extremely well after that first knockdown to get up and fight on. And looking at him in the corner, I hope he's okay, because he looks like he's in a world of pain. Tremendous body shots from Brad Ray, who moves on and tells the boxing world what he's about once again.
Hepple still in pain there, look. It's caught him. For you watching at home, the perfect shot. Landed underneath the elbow. Brad Ray, he's taking the accolade there. Bit of a quiet second round though, Darren, but he came back in the third. I did predict the third round before. I think you said the second.
I said in the lead up to that stoppage that I felt that Brad was just waiting for the moment to just let his hands go, and he could see his man hurt, and then all of a sudden he did, and it was those body shots once again which finished the job. And Hepple just trying to get his breath in utter agony as Ray just sticks his hand out, fist pumps the crowd, proud of himself as he should be. And if they can, they'll try and get Adam Hepple to the centre of the ring so they can announce the official time of the stoppage. Well, let's get that official time from our MC, Mr. Stevery.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Ron Kearney reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 25 seconds of the third round for your winner by knockout and the new Commonwealth Silver Light Heavyweight Champion, Brad Stingray. And your appreciation, please, for Adam Hepple. Ian Metcalf from the British Boxing Board will now present the championship belt to your new champion.
Well, let's hope that opportunity comes. A great performance, some great body work, another stoppage. Brad, go and enjoy your night. Well done. That was Brad Ray, fantastic performance. We've had some really good boxing tonight. And in a moment, we'll just bring promoter Steve Wood in just to talk through the events of the evening. We've had people make their debuts. We've seen some of the most experienced away corner fighters in the game. And although there was 5 fights, it was still a solid card. Now joined by promoter Steve Wood. We were worried about there only being 5 fights, but it turned into be a really good event, didn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? It's good at the start you wouldn't know if you should do it or not, and then at the end, particularly with the performance of Brad Ray and the fact that we've got another champion in the camp, makes it all wild. And I think everyone who come will entertain and see some decent fights. Yeah, I'd like to have had a couple more, but you know, at the end of the day, there've been some decent fights, and you know, the last one, you know, he could have gone in the first, but he showed how much he wanted it and got up, and I think he hurt Brad at the end of the second, and then another fabulous body shot finished it. Yeah.
So one of the things me and Brad just spoke about, or what Brad just spoke about, was what have I got to do, Darren? What have I got to do to get these opportunities? He's dying for the opportunities, Steve. Yeah. Are they going to come for him in 2025?
Well, I think he's coming for them, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's moved up a weight now. I mean, I was thinking then, I just said to him, we call him out super middle or we call him light heavy, and he went, no, I'm comfortable light heavy, no boil him down for more for me than that. And he's got the stature, he's got the height, he can pick the good body shots out, he's quick with his hands and his feet. Obviously they're going to be punching harder back at light heavyweight, but I think he can carry the weight power up to light heavyweight, and yeah, I don't think there's anyone that we're scared of putting him in with.
No, absolutely not. He was brilliant. There were some other really good fights on the card. Owen Anderton was one for me. Great body puncher, really exciting. Anybody that really stuck out for you this evening apart from Brad?
Well, obviously, Owen was probably the best fighter the night after that, wasn't he?
Agree with that.
But when he said body punches, that's what he normally is. Tonight, I think he was headhunting a little bit, but again, he made for an exciting fight, and he's only a young kid, and he's one to watch out for, definitely, that's for sure, yeah.
He is. Well, the boxing doesn't stop here, because next week, Zelfa Barrett returns. Tell us a little bit about that show.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Zelfa Barrett's way above fighting on our shows, and unfortunately, you know, he's like a lot of contracted boxers now. They've not got the dates, and to keep him busy, Matchroom's chucking some money in to put him on our show. So it's a privilege for us to have Zelfa Barrett on it, and I know all the lads who's on the undercard, and there's some good fights on there. You know, we've got Kane Gardner in the central area. We've got a great fight with Dom Hunt and R. James Moorcroft for the English light heavyweight, English. What weight is it? English light middleweight eliminator, and also a Commonwealth light middleweight. And that's going to be a good fight. Lots of talent underneath it. All excited to be on the same card as Zelfa Barrett, and hopefully those lads can go on and get onto TV strengths like Zelfa.
Absolutely. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this evening. Next week, same channels, same time, Zelfa Barrett will be in action, former world title challenger, loads of talented fighters. I'll be there, he's be there. Thank you for your company, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wear this, by the way. I've been given a Stingray little thing, make my jacket look like a Lacoste, and I'll be wearing that next week. Cheers. Thank you.